Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif said it in his speech that Pakistan needs some sort of help to manage its debt. And even before the Prime Minister did, the UN Secretary General suggested that Pakistan is drowning under two burdens. One was that of flood water, the other was the debt, and that Pakistan should be helped in getting rid of both burdens, or at least easing up the burden. So I think when the Prime Minister was asked about it, actually it was a sort of what they call a stakeout in America, which is like a briefing that it's a brief encounter. What we in Pakistan we call a brief encounters with the media. Here it is called a stakeout. So at one of those brief encounters, I asked the Prime Minister, and he said, "Look, we are not looking for reparations on restructuring or anything, but what we want is climate justice." Later, the foreign minister explained this term, saying that, look, Pakistan contributes only 0.8% to global pollution, but it receives it faces 24% of the consequences caused by this global warming. And so this is a huge difference, 0.8% contribution and 24% consequences. Therefore, Pakistan should be helped in dealing with these consequences. And he suggested that what Pakistan would like to do is the international community helping Pakistan in designing climate-friendly policies, plans for development, and instead of forgetting its loans or restructuring its debt. So Secretary Blinken's remarks after his meeting with Foreign Minister Bilal Bhutto Zardari and his team, and which showed that Pakistanis must have discussed this issue with him, and instead of saying what America will do or will not do, he indicated that America is willing to help ease Pakistan's debt burden, but this is something Pakistan should also discuss with China, because much of its debt Pakistan owes to China, and unless the Chinese do something about restructuring those loans, other efforts to help Pakistan ease the burden will not go anywhere. But as you saw, the Chinese reacted very strongly, and they said this is something between Pakistan and China, and the others should not interfere. The foreign minister in his last press conference in Washington was asked about it, and he said that so far we have not discussed this with any country. We have not asked for data restructuring, but if we do, it will be between us and China, and we will not like the United States to come in between. Similarly, when we discuss it with the United States, we will not China to come in between. So these are like sort of bilateral arrangement between China and Pakistan, China and the United States, in which the third country has no place.